Hello, Mark Brimblecombe, photographer. In this short presentation, I'm going to look at two photos which have been supplied to me to show you what I can do to enhance those photos and compare them with what I would do using my own technique. Here are those two photos. My first comment is that they're both very good photos in terms of camera composition. Nicely made, and what lets them down, however, is the poor processing of these two images. It looks like they're made with the HDR technique. This is a technique where you make three photos, all of this at the same angle, camera on a tripod at different brightnesses, and you merge those photos together. That's HDR. They're then sent overseas, usually by the photographer, to an outsourcing service, and they process the photos, returning them to the photographer. I'd like you to compare this process, which is actually quite popular, with the technique which I always use, which is to take one photo with a flash and I edit it myself, a process that might take anything between half an hour and 1.5 hours, depending on how many photos I make at the property. Here's a comparison. Photo on the left is two photos that have been using the HDR technique, and then my single shot photos using a flash on the right. And you can immediately see quite a big difference between the two photos on the left and the two photos on the right. I'll demonstrate this further with the photos that have been supplied to me. The first one, interior, nice view outside the windows. When I processed the way I would normally process a photo, I increased the contrast, I added whiteness and brightness, and I intensified the blue in the sky outside. And in my opinion, it's a much more effective photo, especially building in the contrast and the brightness. I then took that photo to make adjustments and to create new features using AI. The top photo on the right, you can see that I have staged it very effectively with AI, and in the one on the bottom right, I've just added a sunset scene outside the windows. With the second photo supplied to me, with my processing of it, just normal processing, I increased the contrast again so it's not flat and dull, added whiteness, I brightened the shadow areas, I've added a little bit of warmth. The photo on the left is a bit cold, the original photo, warm it up, looks like it's actual sunlight, and I removed just very quickly the blue pot on the bottom right of the photo. Much better for your marketing a property than the photo on the left. Then I took that photo, which I edited, and I did some AI adjustments, turning it into a early evening photograph with light coming out the windows. I could have intensified the color of the sky behind, but I think maybe I've even gone a little too far with the color saturation in the photo on the right. But you see the potential with AI to change the photo into something quite dramatic. This service is free for those who use me to make photos, including the AI editing. But I'm considering offering this as a service with a fee for both the editing and the enhancements of photos supplied to me. Here's just a tentative pricing schedule, and I would probably do the first job for someone for free. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. My contact number at the bottom and my email address. Thank you very much.